So our government's aim is to vaccinate 70% of the country's 40 million adults by the December holidays. But what about the under 18-year-olds? Well, China's Sinovac Biotech company is planning to trial its COVID-19 vaccine in children here in South Africa. The first child to be vaccinated as part of this study will have their vaccination done at the Sefako Makgato Health Sciences University. Barry Bateman has the details and he joins us live now. Barry, thanks for joining us. Is this a first around the world? Are there any other countries that have started to trial vaccines on children?
Well, as we understand it from the Sinovac, good morning, sorry, this certainly is the first, but there are several countries that are going to be taking part in this particular trial of young people and adolescents. We're looking at patients here from 6 months to 17 years old that will form part of this trial. There's South Africa, Chile, we've got Malaysia, the Philippines, as well as Kenya, all doing independent studies of this particular vaccine, the Sinovac produced in China. Now, from the South African perspective, we've got a company called Monolux, which is the Monolux Group, which is the partner in South Africa that would be importing it, that is playing a critical role in ensuring that these vaccines are available here. The trial is going to involve 2,000 patients in South Africa. And what we're doing here today is that we're kicking off with the first of those patients. We're going to have some minors that will be getting their first jabs as part of this process that will take several months to complete.
Barry, one of the questions I've been asked, and people assume I have the answer, is why trial Sinovac in children when in South Africa we haven't given it to adults yet?
I think the case there is because Sinovac is currently going other trials elsewhere. The South African Medical Research Council, for example, is also, and SAPRA as well, also analyzing or getting to a stage of looking at the available data that is ready for, in the stage to approve it for adults. I think this stage of the study has already been completed on adults. This is something entirely new. This is taking it to the next step to see whether or not it is safe, the efficacy of the vaccine in that cohort from 6 months to 17 years. So I think, so your answer to your question is this kind of study has already been done in the adults on the Sinovac. This is taking it to the next step.
Barry, how do those 2,000 participants get selected?
We're going to get all those details this morning. But what we already understand, I suppose the big question that will be coming out for anybody who's going to be enrolled in something like this, as a parent myself, I'd be asking, is it safe? Well, what we do know that they've already got approval from the South African Health Products Regulatory Authority, for example. They've got all the ethical approvals that are required to conduct a study. And of course, the Medical Research Council has also given the blessing and the required approvals there to be able to do this. So they would have gone through that entire process before even starting the recruitment phase. The exact nature of how the patients are recruited, we'll find that out this morning.
All right, Barry, thanks a lot for joining us. Barry Bateman is out to witness the beginning of a trial of the Sinovac vaccine in children under the age of 18.